Should we talk about Michael Knowles, just to remind people of the theocrats at
the Daily Wire?
Daily Wire. This is pretty good stuff. This is from a week ago.
Ben Shapiro says they have a lot of diversity of opinion over there, so do not look at us firing or parting ways with Candace Owens.
Oh, they do have a lot of diversity. In some respects, it is a Christian fundamentalist law that should carry. And then, of course, Ben Shapiro is like, no, it should be Jewish fundamental law. And then, to be fair, Walsh comes in and says, actually, it should be Catholic fundamentalism. And
what a beautiful tapestry.
Yep. They've got all different perspectives on how to keep women in the kitchen and make them chattel, and
also make sure gay people and trans people don't have the ability to live their lives.
100%. Let's live like it's the worst parts of the 1700s. Here we go. 1500s.
They are not trying to walk it back and say it was always a meme and I'm no way serious. Says Cricket Meat. I don't know what that's in reference to. Stephen Crowder abuses pregnant women, just saying, says Tyler. All right. Now, this is another one. You know, everyone always wants to get into all the little gossip of the right-wing personalities and things. I'm not saying that you want to do that, but a lot, like on Twitter, and even when you do interviews, Piers Morgan was trying to do this to Ben the other day. I could not possibly care less about the details of Stephen Crowder's divorce. I couldn't. I care about divorce as a political fact. I think divorce should basically be outlawed, or it should be at least greatly restricted. I care about divorce in the sense that it's a public matter. But the little gossip, the details, you know, ooh, so and such and such happened at this company, or ooh, so and so said this about so and so, and oh, did you? I couldn't possibly. Of the top 10 million things that I care about, I would say that one ranks in the lowest quintile for sure.
Okay, it's odd that he says the lowest quintile, but nevertheless, so
looking at his IQ charts.
Exactly.
It's actually so much weirder.
He's got 10 million things that he wants to do. Like, I've got to make sure that women don't have the ability to get out of a marriage. I've got to essentially, give women the choice, take abuse in a marriage and stay in it, or, I mean, this is all covenant marriage stuff. This is all fundamentalism. He doesn't believe in, he doesn't believe that a woman has the right to have an abortion. He doesn't believe, I don't even think, contraceptives. He is just a hardline fundamentalist, wanting to impose his notion of morality, which comes from, a guy who you cannot see in the sky, not from humans. It comes from God.
And that God is a man. That God is 100%. A man.
Of course he is.
A manly man.
And, and he wants to impose this on the rest of the country. And that is what is known as a theocrat. That's what, when he talks from a public policy standpoint, I think there should not be divorces. He is saying, and he's not saying it because he's not saying it. First off, when you look at the economic opportunities for women and men, particularly, women when they leave the workforce to have a child, it makes it much harder for women to leave a marriage without having some type of legal structure in which they make sure that there's still shared support for children and whatnot. And this is why they want to tighten divorce laws. It's not just that they want to maintain marriages. It is necessarily they want to make sure that women don't have the ability to leave a marriage unilaterally.
No fault divorce, right?
That's the thing that Crowder complains about the whole time.
Yeah. It's just about controlling women because they don't really have too much to offer. They don't really have too much to offer from an emotional support situation or from a partnership perspective. All they really want to do is control because they can't fathom the idea that they might actually have to offer a woman something that would make it enticing to them. We played that Charlie Kirk clip last week where he was saying that women hit a wall after 30 and no one wants to marry a woman who's making 130K but with cats over 30 years old. And that's because that woman...
He's got a point with the cats, but but it's not... I don't think it's just that. I think it's really just that the knee-jerk response is to have control because that is the system in which they live in. It's not just a system of control. It is a system that outlines who gets the control. You've got God up here, guy number one, and then it just goes through a series of men who have control. So the question of like, is there something else I can offer into this marriage never has to come up as far because they just subscribe to this ideology that says, well, man has control. That's the way right things are. Contemplate anything else is on its face ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, yes, the conservatism is all about maintaining hierarchies, but they're seeing a more liberatory society in which relationships are more reciprocal. So they now have to contend with the fact that a lot of modern relationships are about reciprocal things of who has to offer whom the something in the relationship where it's an actual partnership, and that's what's threatening to them. Partnerships versus woman is my chattel.
Exactly.
We're saying the same thing.
Yes. I just don't even know if they get as far as you do. They just see it as
I'm psychoanalyzing their insecurity, and I think that crowd, to be gossipy about it, that Crowder video of him
is a perfect
example of him feeling like how he maintains what feels comfortable to him in a marriage is to watch it, make sure that she doesn't have access to her car, and ordering her around, because then you can maintain that hierarchy. Otherwise, he'd have to be vulnerable and actually get in touch with certain things about himself.
The last 3 IMs we've gotten, Aaron from Atlanta. If a woman is making 130,000 and over 30, sign me up. Aaron from Atlanta says I'll do whatever she tells me. Dizzle McFizzle. If I was dating a woman making $130,000 a year, I'd be excited. I can finally live my house husband life I've always dreamed of. Nick from PA. Any leftist woman making 130,000 with cats want to take me in? Pretty please. There we go.
Yeah, a woman on one side, a woman, a 32-year-old woman with cats and $130,000. On the other side, Charlie Kirk, and it's like, who is losing out here? I think it's probably the woman with the cats.
And Sam, you missed the fact that he was saying that all these women are emailing him saying, "Oh, I can't find a man." All these 30-plus women with cats. Charlie Kirk was claiming that they're all emailing him.
I think their problem is that they're conservative.
I think their problem is that they don't exist.
Email Charlie Kirk.
Is that they don't exist, yes.
Well, cats are an issue. That's all I can tell you right now.
Now we know.
As a guy who has cats half time, believe me.
That would be a deal breaker
Put that
for
on
you?
your profile?
Oh, my God.
More cats?
Oh, my God. The only cats I would take in are ones that are in their 20s.
Oh. So you could kill them?
No, not that I could kill them. I'm just saying, I wouldn't. I don't know. The whole point is I can't kill the cats.
Right. So you watch them die slowly.
Well, I mean, look. At one point, we got to put them down. I don't know. I'm not a big.